Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look that you see right here. I played with shades from the brand new BH Cosmetics Summer in St. Tropez palette, and this was actually a pretty easy look to do. As you can see, there's no wing liner, there's no falsies. I wanted to do a really fun but bold kind of like summer daytime or nighttime look that just incorporated shades from this because I bought this palette knowing that I could create so many different looks, and I actually, as you can probably tell, used a lot of the mattes on my eyes today. I used the reds, the oranges, the purples, the blues, and I just think it's so fun. And I didn't even put on falsies because I thought this look kind of spoke for itself. I wanted the shadow to really shine through. I just added some mascara and made it a little bit more wearable. I also purchased the new Beautiful in Barcelona palette. This is the other travel palette BH Cosmetics just released, with all these beautiful kind of like jewel tone desert, like, I don't know, kind of reminds me of their Desert Oasis palette, but just a little bit more nighttime. And I definitely want to do kind of like a royal rich kind of smoky eye nighttime look for that, and that'll definitely be a little bit more dramatic, so stay tuned for that if you want to see that in action. But I love this look and I think it's perfect for summer, so if you're curious to see how I got it, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I post. And if you want to just hang out, do makeup, talk about life, then let's go ahead and get on into it. Alrighty, so jumping straight in, I'm going to start off with the eyes first, just because we're going to be doing a lot of blending and a lot of like detailed work. Don't mind my hair. It looks kind of like poofy and stuff because I did this like beach waver curl thing and it's not looking so cute right now, but we're just going to ignore that. Okay, we're going to start with the eyes. I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Amplifying Eye Primer. And this is like my favorite eyeshadow primer ever, and I'm just going to put a little bit on here like this, and then I'm just going to tap that in with my fingers. Now I'm going to go in with the BH Cosmetics Summer in St. Tropez palette. Look at how beautiful this is. Oh my goodness, look at all of these beautiful shades. They are so pigmented. I know that's such a cliche saying, but this, honestly, I am stunned by just how blendable and how pigmented these shadows are. This palette does retail for $16, and I am also going to be doing a look with the Beautiful in Barcelona palette. It's going to be a little bit more dramatic, a little more nighttime, because I just feel like this color scheme lends more to like nighttime smoky eye. So stay tuned for that if you're curious to see a look with that. But it's the daytime and I'm just going to play with some of these fun shades, incorporate the yellows and the bright blue. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, so we're going to start off by going in with Crepe right here. Sorry, I'm holding it upside down because of the mirror. We're going to go in with Crepe right here, which is just like this matte orangey tangerine shade. And on my Morphe M504, I'm just going to tap this in, go in with the eyeshadow. I have honestly been so looking forward to playing around with this palette and just new makeup in general, because filming on my weekends is truly an escape for me. I have such crazy, stressful weeks at work these days, and I honestly feel like nothing takes away stress the way that just sitting down and having a day to yourself where you get to just like create and let your creative juices flow and just have fun with makeup without like a care in the world. I think it's just such a nice contrast to the intensity that I experience during the week. So I just love doing this, and yeah, it's just really therapeutic for me. Okay, this is going to be a pretty simple look. It's going to be fun and colorful, but I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I'm actually going to take this bright yellow shade called Intoxicating right there, and I'm going to just apply that in the inner corner and pretty much like over the first half of my lid. I kind of have a vision for how I want this to look. Ooh, it's super pigmented. Just kind of let it diffuse into the orange, but building it up a little bit by little. The shadow is a little bit dustier than what I would like, but it's still very pigmented, as you can see, and I feel like at the end of the day it does still give like a nice effect. Don't worry about blending out the edges as we go. We're just going to kind of make sure that it's cleaned up at the end. And then all over the lid, I'm going to take this shade, this matte kind of red orange called Jet Set right here, and I am just going to apply this with a flat shader brush all over the lid. You can see it's very pigmented. I'm just going to pretty much cover the whole lid. And then on the outer corners of that, I am going to go in with the shade Sizzle, which is this bright hot pink. And this is gonna kind of like encapsulate the edges. I don't know if that's even the right word. I'm gonna take this kind of small rounded blending brush from ColourPop. It's the E9. And this is kind of like a shimmer. I don't know if you can tell in the pan right here, but I'm just gonna apply it on the outer corners so the eye can kind of look like it's fading into the pink, and you can see it's super pigmented. I don't want to put tape down or anything because I am going to clean up the look, but I don't want it to be super duper harsh. And I'm just dragging that pink shade from my outer corner to kind of the inner corner. Just kind of packing that on. Okay, and then I love how this is turning out. I am going to go back in with Jet Set right here, that matte orange, and then with that same packing brush, I'm just going to lightly just go over that center part of my lid with that color to re-intensify that reddish shade after kind of blending the pink on top. Now I'm going to go back in with Intoxicating, and I'm just going to put that back on my inner corners. And then taking out the edges and just buffing that. So I am going to actually move on to the face right now before we finish up the eyes. For primer, I'm going to take the No Poreblem Prime Essence. It's just this nice kind of like liquidy base, as you can see right here. I've used it in a video before, but I'm just going to put this on my face. For foundation, I'm going to take my favorite foundation on this earth, Too Faced Peach Perfect in the shade Natural Beige. And this is just so good. It's so buildable. I just use like 1 3/4 pumps, and then I just kind of blend that into my skin. Okay, and then for concealer, I'm going to take 2 different ones, obviously. I'm going to take the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless Concealer in the shade Light Medium Cool to highlight under my eyes, down the center of my face. And then to spot conceal, I'm actually going to take a little bit, this is a little bit dark for me, but this is the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer in the shade, I think, medium dark. I know I said in my last Ulta haul, which I'll link above and below, that I was going to order the shade because medium was a little bit too light for me. And this is a little bit too dark for me, as you can see right there, but I'll put a little bit of the Smashbox concealer on top, and then it'll just blend together nicely, which is something that I do like doing. I like to kind of mix concealing shades to get my perfect shade. So bada bing, bada boom. Okay, and then now that our cream base is done, I'm going to set this bad boy down. I'm going to take my holy grail, can't live without Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. I'm sorry to show this in every video. You probably want me to set my face or set my under eyes with like a translucent powder. You're like,
stop using that powder, we're bored.
But I'm sorry, this is just so good to set your under eyes. And I'm just going to take it on my e.l.f. small tapered brush, and then instantly you can see the difference between this side and this side. Like, just looks so much more smooth, brighter, mattified. It's just so good. And I also like taking this down the center of my face as well. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to take this Found Translucent Loose Setting Powder right here, and I'm just going to dump a little bit in the cap, this, and then I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush. This is just the random TJ Maxx one. I'm just going to sweep this on the rest of my face. Okay, and then for bronzer, I'm actually going to take this e.l.f. finishing powder. I'm sorry, this is so dirty, but this is just basically like a foundation powder, but I have the shade medium dark, so it acts as a really nice smooth bronzer. I'm just going to apply that with my Ulta brush. And again, we're not doing anything super super duper structured. I rarely ever super duper contour or bake, so I just like giving some nice warmth to the face and just rolling with that. And then not even taking my nose contour brush, I'm just going to run this down the sides of my nose. I'm gonna take the BareMinerals Gen Nude blush in the shade That Peach though. And now I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I'm just gonna do them off camera really quickly and then I will come back once they're on. Okay, so I'm back. I just used the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil in the shade Brunette and the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel in the shade number 2 Brownie Brows. All right, and it's time to move on back to the eyes. Very exciting. So I'm gonna go back in with the Summer in Saint Tropez palette and I'm gonna take Pampelon right here, this really beautiful bright blue, like, oh my
god, I love makeup,
And I'm just going to apply this all along my lower lash line with this pencil brush. This is so pigmented. Oh my goodness, like look at that. Oh my gosh, yes, 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 yes. This is everything I wanted. And to actually take this one step further so we have a little bit more of a gradient effect, I am going to take the shade Nightlife right here. It's like this warm eggplant pinky purple. And I'm just going to apply this right underneath that shade, like just flickering that to connect to the top lid. You can see it's just so beautiful on this Morphe M506. This is great for detailed work. Oh my gosh, this is so pigmented and beautiful. Okay, so I dragged that too far. I'm actually going to take that concealer brush and I'm just going to clean up a little bit under here. Okay, that's a little bit better. I know this we've gone in like a million times, but because we did go in with concealer, I'm going to go back in with this shade right here, this bright yellow called Intoxicating, and then once more just patting that on my inner corner. And then taking that brush again, just smoothing out the edges. And then I'm just going to take that Morphe M504 and just go over the lines again. I never really go for an all matte look, but I think this is just so pretty to leave as is. I am going to, I don't think I'm gonna even go in with falsies today. Like, I think this is cute enough to just wear with mascara, but I am going to apply a little bit of Cabana right here, which is this dark purple, just to line my upper lash lines to give it a little bit more definition before I go in with mascara. It'll act like my little eyeliner. So I'm just gonna take this Morphe M213 and just stamp along here. And I'm also gonna put a little bit of that on my lower lash line as well. Just like real tight, kind of to sandwich the blue. Okay, and now I'm going to curl my lashes and apply a ton of this Marc Jacobs eyelash primer. And then while that's drying a little bit to give it a more like intense effect, I'm actually going to tightline my eyes with this. This is the Essence Extreme Lasting Pencil. I'm just going to put a little bit of black up here. Now on my waterline, ever so slightly, I'm going to apply this Bodyography Emerald Eye Pencil. I think it could be super cute and fun with this look. I'm going to apply a little bit on my waterline. For mascara, I'm going to apply one of my favorite mascaras ever. It's so dramatic and so good. This is the Essence the Essence Lashes of the Day Super Volume Mascara. I'm going to apply a bunch on my lower lash line as well. Okay, so the eyes are done. I am loving this colorful look, and I love that with the mascara, it really allows you to see like all the different colors, the different dimensions on your eye of like just the fun, colorful look. So I am loving this so far. Now I'm just going to kind of round out the look with a little bit of highlight on my face, nose, and brow bone. I feel like I want to glow today, so I'm going to take the OG Lou-Manizer by TheBalm. really beautiful like champagne shade and my my BH Cosmetics brush and just go to town. And then to highlight my brow bone, I'm just going to take a little bit on my Luxie pencil brush and just hit right under here so there's a little bit of light. And then directly on top of my yellow, I'm just going to pop a little bit right on top. Okay, I'm going to set my face down with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, just so that all the powders can kind of like come together as one. For lips, I'm going to do kind of like a nice little glossy nude, raspberry-ish nude to kind of tie in with the eyes. I am going to take, where's my lip liner? The LA Girl Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Lip Liner. This is in the shade Nonstop Nude. Probably my favorite lip liner. And I don't fill in my whole lip line. And then on top of that, I am going to go in with the ColourPop and Delilah Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade JJ. It's this really pretty like raspberry shade. Alright everyone, and that is it for today's look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Kind of get ready with me on this fun rainbow summer look that incorporates a lot of different shades from the BH Cosmetics Summer in St. Tropez palette. I absolutely love it. I think this shadow's performed really beautiful. The only one that I thought was a little bit dusty but still had a lot of payoff, so I'm not that mad at it, was this yellow right here called Intoxicating. But I just love the color and I just love playing around with color this time of year. So yeah, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And yeah, hopefully I will see you in my next one. Mwah! Bye!